105 North Avenue, 52.
Prepare to be fucked by the vortex of the law.
This isn't happening. Everyone look away, please. Nothing to see here.
You can't break those cuffs.
Make him away, Toy.
Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we talk about what's outraging the internet, and then we let you be the judge, we let you be the jury, we let you be the executioner, too. In the court of public opinion, I'm Officer Kevin. With me is Officer Grant.
Riding those coattails as hard as I can. All the successful people in front of me. I'm right there. I'm handcuffed to their coattails. They're getting very aggravated at how hard I'm pulling on them because I weigh about 230 pounds and it's a big pain in the ass for them, but I'm just going to keep riding for the rest of my life.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! Let's thank our guests from last week. We had Aaron Klopfer and Brianna Murphy.
Surprisingly controversial show.
I don't care, man. I had such a blast recording with those two.
It was a lot of fun.
Care.
We had a lot of people say like it was one of the funniest ones, and then a lot of people were like it was meandery and we talked over each other.
The people who care about the rules of the show, maybe, but like the comedy that the show, the comedy show we do, the people like the comedy of it. So
yeah.
if you're a fan of laughter, don't miss that last episode with Aaron and Brianna. Check it out. Pause this one now. Listen to that one. Okay, welcome back to the new episode.
It's like watching Family Guy for the plot.
when Brian died, dude.
Oh, fuck.
I was so sad.
God damn it.
Anyway, we have a returning guest on the show this week. Coming to us from Sweden, we have Davepretendo. What's up, Dave?
Yeah, hey, gamers.
Hey, I love this. This is great. It's sort of nice. This is an international thing here. We have gamer Americans coming together with the gamer Swedish.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Video games bring us together and they make us say bad things on mic and stuff when we're streaming, like PewDiePie.
On accident.
Yeah, of course. Like
Dave, sorry, do you get a lot of heated gamer moments by any chance?
Sometimes, but not when I'm streaming. For some reason, I'm really calm when I stream.
It's a very zen.
I think it's easy to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy for me to be. I know when we played Mario Party, Kevin had a mental breakdown. But
yeah.
Oh shit.
Debatable. Debatable.
I don't know. There's a clip of it. It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, it's on our Instagram at Thought Cops. Give us a follow. Dave, does anyone ever say like, oh, you're a video game YouTuber in Sweden? Do you know PewDiePie?
Oh my god.
Do people ask you that?
Yeah, I have people say, oh, do you know PewDiePie? It's like, yeah, I know him. He's because he's also Swedish, so of course I would know him.
Yeah.
And he's also a gamer.
Yeah.
You guys must hang out in the town square and say hi to each other.
Yeah, because it's like it's not like a town. Like it's
yeah, right.
It's a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks again for coming back on the show.
No problem.
So you have your own YouTube channel, Davepretendo. You oftentimes go under the alias of SephirothSword57, which is, as I said last time, one of my favorite online characters. Very, very funny.
Oh, that's great.
You've done a couple new videos since last time, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I haven't done too many videos this year, but there's a few. Also,
what are the content? The content matters.
Oh, actually, I released a new series. You could say a YouTube series called Gaiden, and it's
that's hilarious, man.
That's great. Thank you. And I also rebranded the channel, so it's I got rid of Davepretendo, so it's SephirothSword57 now.
Oh, I hadn't noticed. Well, so the channel is just now called SephirothSword57?
Yeah, and as soon as I changed the name, I immediately got like way more people following and subscribing.
Oh, nice.
I was like, all right, I should have done this from the beginning, probably, but
it happens. So we'll link to that in the episode description. So if you're listening on, I guess, whatever device you're listening to, check that out. It'll be linked below or above or wherever the hell they're putting these things. I have no idea. Dave, you also have a podcast now. Is that right?
yeah, me and my boy. Retrowise, we have a little channel called Greasy Gamers on YouTube.
I'm sold already.
Yeah, it's just us just talking. It's like unedited, and no, it's not unedited, but we just talk and then we cut out the awful shit we say, pretty much.
The heated gamer moments, so to speak.
All the racial slurs that you say in the heat of the moment.
Yep.
Just cut those straight up.
Except I do it to be funny, and then I listen to it and it's like, it's not very funny. Never mind, I cut that.
It happens.
You edit those in. You edit more slurs in.
Yeah, you put after. I will go to them post. IO Netrunner in the chat says he's saying greasy gamers is redundant. You could just say gamer. We know they're greasy.
Oh, that is true.
But you can't do a podcast just called Gamers.
Yeah, we were gonna,
you got to put your own spin on it.
Yeah, we were going to be called the Greasy Goblin Gamers, but we just went with Greasy Gamers.
So that brings us here to
2018.
2018. Hey, 2018's almost over. You believe that? Wow, crazy.
Yeah, it's December. Jesus, oh God.
I keep forgetting, man. I'm like, what are you going to blink? It's going to be 2019.
I'm going to have to throw out my sunglasses that have 2018 and switch them for 2019.
Yeah, you've been wearing those every day since New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
every single day.
And the bad thing is I can only see out of one eye wearing them because the other one has a 1 in front of it. Very difficult to see.
Thank God this guy's not operating a motor vevehicle.
Not a smart thing. Yeah, not a smart thing to wear.
Well, it's good to know like which year it is. What if you forget?
Check.
I forget. Yeah.
I mean, I forget my age sometimes, so that's.
What's my age again?
2018.
Right, gotcha.
That's Jesus's age. Let's move on here.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
So, our spin-off show, Fire Bros, you can check that out by subscribing to us on Patreon.
We're going to try and get the episode out as quickly as possible.
No, we're going to do it this weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to record it this weekend. We're going to have it out.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Yeah, exactly. So patreon.com/thoughtcops. You can check it out there. And you could be part of the live chat every single week. We do the show at patreon.com/thoughtcops. As I've said in the chat here, or the episode here before, some people are in the chat now. They're hanging out. They're having a good time. They're making friends. They're hooking up.
Arguing politics in the lifting channel of the Discord.
That's right. That's right.
Jeez.
It all devolves into politics.
What happened to the gains?
Yeah.
So, what else we got? Any other housekeeping notes you want to get out of the way?
Just those. Let's slide into the next segment.
Oh, I like that terminology. Slide into my DMs, right?
Lube up, because it's 2 minutes of hate time. It's everyone's favorite segment.
Super famous.
This segment is more famous than our podcast is.
It's so weird how that works, and I don't understand how, but I'm going to have to trust you.
Yeah, it's just...
So, 2 minutes of hate is where we essentially blanket punish anyone who does anything that may mildly irritate us, annoy us, things that they should be locked up for.
Yeah, I got one.
Go for it.
iPhones.
Oh, good grief.
They suck. Fuck them. It's the same phone. They slow down the old model and they put on a new phone. They charge more money for it.
You're just bitter because last week nobody agreed with whatever you were talking about.
Nobody disagreed with it.
We didn't understand it. We all had iPhones. We're just like...
Rihanna said she understood it because she said she's been getting those notifications too.
She was just being polite.
Bullshit. She brought up a counterexample of a different way that the same thing happens.
Nico in the chat says hitting iPhones is a sign of being poor.
iPhones do suck.
Way to be classist.
It's the sign of being frugal, okay? I'm not throwing my money away on a different thing that looks like the same thing.
I've had this iPhone for like 4 or 5 years.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it works fine.
It's a flip phone iPhone. I didn't even know that they made those.
I love it. It's my beautiful son. So, all right, fine. You hate this shit. What are you going to do about it?
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, I agree.
I would rather not. Dave, what kind of phone do you have? Are you an iPhone guy, or do you
I have
another brand?
I have a OnePlus. I don't know if you know what that is.
The iPhone one?
Is that a Swedish iPhone?
No, it's I don't actually know what it is, but they make pretty cool phones. I'm really satisfied with this one. It's actually, I don't know too much about it because I got this phone from my brother, so I don't know.
Does it run like Android or iOS or?
It's Android.
Okay.
Oh, you see?
So he's on whatever you guys.
It's the Android master race here.
But at least he's not hating.
Smart.
He's not hating like you. Whatever.
You don't know that.
I'm not throwing my
he does.
Yeah,
he has that
I've
because
had
he's
2
more
iPhones
frugal.
and I'm done with them.
You left the family.
You see?
All right.
But that's because I had
iPhones.
personal there's been like problems with them, so I've been like, no more
Of
iPhones.
course, yeah.
And then the first phone I got, I was like, it works. How about that?
Yeah, it works, right? Yeah.
Hey, my phone works just fine, and you can watch porn on this thing, and it doesn't break.
I mean, yeah, that's all you
can watch
need.
porn on any phone and it doesn't break.
Not at Starbucks.
Depending on what website you go to.
Speaking of 2 minutes of hate, Dave, I will let you think of your own here if you need some time, if you have anything. But I will get to my own here. I want to kind of follow up on something I talked about last week. I know I talked about celebrity deaths. Last week was... did you have something you want to say to me?
Yeah, I just want to bring up the fact that IONetrunner in the chat said, remember when Steve Jobs called everyone a retard for holding their iPhones wrong?
Rest in peace. Well, I was talking about celebrity deaths last week and people who are like, normally celebrity deaths don't matter, but...
Steve Jobs, rest in peace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's mine. No, but for real though, my 2 minutes of hate this week is fake celebrity death trolls. I can't tell you how many times, like in high school, I saw Adam Sandler, R.I.P.
Oh shit, like that. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, or it was always Adam Sandler or Bill Cosby. And
nobody cares if they do that with Bill Cosby.
At this point. Yeah.
I feel like everyone nowadays talks about Boogie 1488 dying.
Well, you want it to be believable, you know? So, fake celebrity death trolls, you know, I don't see it quite as much anymore, but once in a while I will see it pop up. And, it's just rude. It's disrespectful, and I'm not gonna, you know, my homepage, I'm gonna change it. I'm not gonna keep it on Adam Sandler's Wikipedia entry anymore. Just so every time I log on, I can know for sure that he's still living. I'm gonna change it to Google.com because I want people to stop doing this. I think people should stop.
You know, we were at a bar a couple weeks ago, and you walked up to the table everyone was at, and you went, "Everyone, George Bush just died." And we were like, well, the old one or the young one? And you were like, well, the old one. Would it have mattered, though? And everyone was like, yeah, because the young one's only like 60.
Yeah, but that was true, though.
Yeah, because it would have been like, well, what the hell happened?
Yeah, but I was simply informing the public. You know, if I said W. Bush died, and I'm like, just kidding, it was H.W. Bush, you could have fucking...
Well, you just said George Bush. And being a 90s kid, I only know one George Bush. Well,
you were born a year after me, so we have a bit of a generational gap.
I guess so.
So anyway, my punishment for this is, if you do this, I send you a fake obituary of your parents dying in a tragic train accident. Train derailed. 2 deaths. Your mom and your dad.
Both your mom.
Yeah, your moms are dead. Anyway, Dave, do you have anything that bothers you? You want to kind of get off your chest?
Yeah, I have a thing. The fucking Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
What's the Game Awards?
So
the Oscars for games.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kevin Hart get turned down for that too.
Yeah.
The Game Awards is it's the most boring shit ever. It's like it's pretty much has they talk about games, but it feels like it's made for the normies. Like,
I could see that.
Yeah, it's awful. I don't know if any of you saw anything from it last week.
I mean, I saw like the announcements that were clipped online separately, like for Smash Brothers and stuff.
Is it like the Big Bang Theory version of video games, sort of?
Yeah. God,
I haven't seen enough to say for sure. I would say I think the only thing is that just like kind of cringy about it is, in general, I don't really care about the Oscars, and I think a lot of people don't. And it's like games are sort of a newer medium, but they're trying to kind of pigeonhole themselves into this legitimacy that nobody really cares about.
Yeah, God. But yeah,
did you watch it all, Dave? This year?
I watched all of it. I streamed it, and it was I could tell it was like 4.5 hours. And I was bored the entire time except for 2 times.
Were you in character as SephirothSword57?
No, I was. It was me and RetroWise were streaming it together, and there were 2 times that we were actually enjoying it, and that was when the Smash trailer, the Persona 5 Smash trailer, was, and then. I don't know if you guys know about the esport guy Sonic Fox.
Oh yeah, we've talked about him on the show before. The furry.
Yeah, and he was so awkward, and it was the funniest shit because he came up on like the stage with like a fursuit on. it's the funniest.
I just saw a bunch of pictures of that, and I just assumed that I wouldn't need to know what that was.
Unfortunately, we do this fucking show, so we are forced to learn about Sonic Fox, whatever digit.
I mean, he seems like a cool guy, but he's just really awkward, and it's very.
He's a gamer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is. He's a gamer. That's all you need to know.
He takes off that suit, and it's just 100% grease, just melting off of his face.
Sentient grease pile.
Oh.
So if you could punish the Game Awards, how would you do it?
What did you say? I didn't hear.
Like if you could punish the Game Awards, how would you do it? Like if you could give them any sort of like, what would you want them, like anything just for them to suffer?
I don't know, like a bomb. No. That's
I got one.
It's okay. You won't get arrested for saying that. We might, but you won't.
They'll have awards for just best cut scene. So it just becomes the Oscars, which is obviously what they want.
Oh yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's already is that. It already is that. Every single game is a goddamn movie coming out, so it might as well be the fucking Oscars.
I think at some point they're just going to merge.
Yeah.
So. Let's move on to the old meat and potatoes, as it were.
The less famous segment.
Yeah, you could say that, but hey, it's tasty. It's a tasty, people like to snack, but this is the dinner. This is the full course, baby. So if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and often unusual punishment. So let us begin.
Why don't we start with the Oscar thing, because that's relevant to the subject we talked about. Dave, do you watch the Oscars at all?
No.
Are you familiar with
I don't
the idea of the Oscars?
Well, yeah, I know about the Oscars. I just don't watch any of it.
Yeah. I don't care who wins. It's like if a movie wins that I like, cool. If it doesn't, whatever.
I love when people complain about it getting snubbed. Like, this movie should have gotten it, but it went to the one that sold more tickets, but it wasn't good. And it's
Who's in charge of this bullshit?
That's the people who run the studios are in charge of it. So they're just giving themselves awards so that they can sell more movies.
Beautiful.
I'm tired of it.
God.
So yeah, but this week there was a bit of trouble with the host of the Oscars this year, or rather, I would say the former host.
Former host, yeah.
Kevin Hart had to step down.
Okay.
Friend of Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I like how you search for Kevin Hart and everything that comes up for him is a video of Jerry Seinfeld talking about him.
Oh, because he's talking. Because Jerry Seinfeld is the preeminent figure to talk about when a stand-up comedian gets in trouble.
Yeah, for
I don't play colleges anymore. It's as if Jerry Seinfeld ever performed at a college
or was ever offensive. His jokes are about like socks getting lost in the dryer. And where do they go?
It's true.
Yeah, colleges will find that to be offensive. You know, these snowflakes in their socks?
Sometimes the socks are black. That's offensive.
Black socks matter. But we're here for Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Oh, Nico does say Jerry Seinfeld goes to the Israeli Defense Force hosted shooting ranges in Israel.
All right.
Which there are pictures
That's
of that.
what he does to be funny now?
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, Kevin Hart steps down as Oscar host. Why is that, Grant? What happened?
I didn't really read too much about it, so I'm learning about it right now.
I know. I was testing you. He had a homophobic tweet from, I believe, 2009?
I know that.
2011
do you know what the
something?
tweet is?
No.
Wait,
Let's find it.
I'm looking. Dave, do you know anything about this?
No, I don't.
You don't have to bail out. Don't have Dave bail us out of here.
I'm just asking. I'm trying to involve him in the show.
We're unprepared. So,
what the fuck is the tweet?
why did you?
All this fucking news about, he tweeted
hate
something
that.
offensive and they don't even show what it is.
That would be a good 2 minutes of hate. Is these fucking articles that talk about these offensive tweets, and it's so hard to find, and sometimes it's just not there.
Yeah, you just
Search
want to see the offensive tweets. That's all. You don't want to hear them talk about it.
It's like you can't even make up your own mind about it because you don't even know what it is.
Oh.
Here, there's a link that says offensive tweets. Let me click this link and see what happens.
Oh baby, here we go. Oh, that's. You want to read?
Is this a tweet or is this from his special? Because
he's done. I think he's done it. So, can I read it?
Yeah,
please.
Don't do a voice.
I'm not. Good God.
I love how on this show the tendency to be racist is not there because I don't think that it's funny at all. But the implication of someone else being racist is the funniest thing to me.
We're just so scared. Remember last week? I'm I had to double check whatever blackfishing is.
Yeah, because you didn't want to say it. Yeah.
So here's the Kevin Hart tweet. You can do the voice in your head if you want, but I won't do it out loud. Yo, if my son comes home and tries to play with my daughter's dollhouse, I'm going to break it over his head and say in my voice, stop, that's gay. What does he say in my voice? What would he use somebody else's voice to say it? Is that why they asked him to step down from the Oscars?
Because it's in his voice. If he would have said it to someone else, it would have been different.
See, that's why the tweet is. It's confusing when I say it because I'm using my voice and not his. But if I used his voice, it could be kind of racist.
Oh man!
Why does @Damien DW profile pic look like a gay billboard for AIDS?
What the shit? ...
Boom! I'm on fire tonight. Why add that at the end?
These are not funny.
God, yeah, this is awful.
Is there another one?
Oh, don't say that one. I mean, read it, but...
Okay, I'll... Why does @Wayne215 have so many pictures of me in his phone? What are you, some type of fat blank that takes pic of small black men all day? All right, I don't want to do this anymore.
@Dwayne Official, you should ask the question... You should ask the question like this. How many gay men sweat when they wear dress shirts because real men don't? Laugh my ass off. P.S. And then he calls them a slur. So those are the ones. I don't know.
Was Kevin Hart doing irony? CNN investigates. So it sounds like the Oscars are, quote, scrambling to find a replacement.
Oh, man.
Well, at this point, it's who doesn't have something offensive that anyone can dig up?
Wasn't it last year with Ricky Gervais or something?
Ricky Gervais has done I think the Golden Globes for a couple of years.
He got in trouble.
He got in trouble just for making fun of people to their faces. Mel Gibson, he thinks that Jews did all the wars. He's a dick. And they're like, boo.
Man.
Oh, man.
So I think the punishment here should be we should find a new host.
I think we should be the hosts.
I think it should be Hideo Kojima, since he loves movies so much. And he's trying to make movies, basically.
Yeah.
Do you have a PS4, Dave?
Yeah, I have.
Are you going to get Death Stranding?
Maybe. I'm interested because it's Kojima, but there's nothing about that game that it really interests me too much. Other than it's fucking
I think
weird.
it looks cool as hell, man. It looks weird. It looks cool as hell, and I think it could take home Best Picture at the Oscars in 2019.
Yeah. I guess that's my problem with it, is that it looks interesting, but it's like, why isn't this a movie instead?
I mean, yeah, to be fair, Metal Gear Solid 4 did have a cutscene that was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Jesus.
God.
But let's move on to some...
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot more to say about this, but I don't know if it needs to be said.
Well, go ahead. Get some final thoughts.
It's just the whole thing about, like, digging up people's old tweets and shit like that. And it's like, yeah, like, again...
Got something to hide?
This is an adult, you know, when he made these tweets, so it's not like, oh, he was a kid and he learned better. But, like, I'm sure he doesn't, like, think these things.
And, yeah, comedy also evolves, too. It's like, if he's not doing this anymore, either...
Yeah, and, like... I don't know, Twitter came out in like 2008, 2009 or something, right? Wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't that old at that point. So it was when celebrities like just started using it. And it's like anything in a written format isn't going to look as funny if these were jokes, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm assuming they were.
Yeah, I just hate the idea of just going back in time, like going back to like old shit that people have posted. And it's like, this is like 10 years old. People do change. Like, even if like...
True.
Yeah.
Even if you actually thought all of these things, like, that was these actual, like, opinions or whatever.
Actions have consequences, but people change. I guess that's like the kind of the easiest way to boil it down. Anything else you want to say, Grant?
Yeah, just, I mean, really, just from the pit of my heart, you frickin' fricks, when will you learn?
Damn.
That your actions have consequences!
Hey, speaking of movies, I'm really excited for this movie coming out. I don't know if you guys have seen a teaser poster for it. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh boy.
Have you guys both seen the teaser images?
To be honest, I don't know what is like. I don't know what's real and what's fake about any of it. Because I've seen so many like parodies of it that I don't know when there's like a real one that's posted. I don't know if it's real or not.
I can tell you right now. Look up IGN Sonic the Hedgehog movie poster. That's the real one. The only thing that's confirmed.
I've seen this one. Okay, so this is the only thing.
Well, there's one other one where he's like laying on the San Francisco Bridge.
I've seen that too.
And it looks like he just got done masturbating or something. He's like wearing no socks, just shoes.
Spread eagle.
And he's like, spread eagle.
God,
so, I mean, go ahead, Dave.
There's actually one more that I don't know if it's real or not. Isn't he on like a back of a car or something? Yeah,
that one apparently was from early in production, so that design might not be final.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's like the Detective Pikachu thing we talked about.
Oh yeah.
Why does this have to be so realistic? It's like deep into the uncanny valley.
Yeah, it's not that it's like just realistic. Like the style is just like, is that really Sonic? Like,
yeah, Dave. If you go on the podcast channel or the podcast chat in the Discord, somebody posted.
Oh, there it is.
He's like on the Golden Gate Bridge, right?
Yeah. What do they call the San Francisco Bridge?
Fuck them.
Who cares?
That looks disgusting. Like, I don't know.
That's so gross.
Yeah, it's weird. I know because you bring up the Pikachu thing. People always bring up the fact that Hollywood always seems to release very similar, analogous movies like at the same time because they know, oh, well, they're working on this one. They released this one does well. Like they, two different studios released The Prestige and The Illusionist like within months of each other. They did like Finding Nemo and Shark Tale within months of each other. So I'm
Bugs
assuming
Life and Ants.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's just typically DreamWorks just copying other people, but
I think that they sort of like the ideas sort of spread from, because they'll take like a script. Someone will take a script to a bunch of different, production agencies, and they'll like, one will pick it up, but they sort of think like, oh, well, Universal just picked up this one script, so we'll do one sort of similar. So they're all sort of like they all know what each other are doing, and they're trying to like outscrew each other. So I'm assuming this is meant to compete with the Detective Pikachu one, because it's that similarly realistic video game, weird furry art.
It's the 90s all over again. Sega versus Nintendo.
Oh, shit. And there's going to be a Mario movie, too.
Oh, that's right.
There is a Mario movie.
Well, there is one. And it's like, it seems like they didn't really learn anything from that movie when I see the trailer or see the poster for this.
Yeah.
But the Mario movie is supposed to be done by the studio that did Minions.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Dave, do you think that Shadow will be in the Sonic movie?
That would be funny. Probably not.
They're saving him for the sequel, I think.
Firing off a submachine gun into a crowd of people.
Into a school.
That would be great.
It's not funny.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's hilarious. As long as Shadow has his gun, yeah.
So this is obviously disturbing, and one of the saddest things about this is I forget his name, but the guy who created the original Sonic character design tweeted about this.
Yeah,
and he was like sad.
Oh,
he's like Sonic isn't supposed to look like this. Like he wasn't designed to be realistic. He doesn't need to be realistic in a real life setting.
Do you think he's also upset about Tamers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
That's a very good point. I think this guy has like just been completely desensitized. Like he created this character, this cute little hedgehog he loved, and then all he has to do is go on DeviantArt.com and see the hell he hath wrought upon us.
That's true.
Dave, have you seen Tamers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
No, I don't know what that is.
Dude, look at after this, you should look him up on YouTube. It's hilarious.
Just describe it real fast. I don't feel like we reference it a lot.
I don't want to go over it too much because we talked about it at length last week, but he's a guy who is obsessed with the cartoon Sonic Underground.
Oh, okay.
And just that, as far as Sonic goes, it's truly horrifying. It's like watching snuff films.
All right. Well, yeah, that sounds good. I got to check that out.
Yeah, you got to check that out.
It'd probably be up your alley.
Yeah, maybe do like a review of it or something. I think that'd be hilarious. Yeah.
That's good.
So I think it was funny because as soon as they released the big reveal for the movie poster, the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter just went silent for a while. Because I don't know if you guys follow or keep an eye on the Sonic Twitter, but they're very they're very lit. And
they make fun of Sonic stuff sometimes.
God,
but they feed into it.
How self-aware.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I love brands. It's like when Donald Trump doesn't tweet for a day and everyone's like, what's going on?
Yeah, I only follow 2 accounts, Trump and Sonic.
That sounds good. Trump and Sonic. God, maybe they should have a podcast together.
Ooh, that would be fun. And it might go a little something like this. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, thank you for not
going down that dark wormhole.
Oh.
Anyway, so we got to punish Sega. I got one, if you guys don't have anything else.
I have one, but I don't really want to say it.
I'll say mine
out loud.
You can keep yours bottled up.
Okay, so instead of, they have the intro music that's like Sega.
Okay.
You do it with a bad word. You just that's
had a feeling you were going to say that. All I was going to say was
maybe a slur of some sort. I don't know. Just make up your own.
All I was going to say was shave his fur off.
Ooh.
Because I don't like how it looks.
There's a million It's like Mario without a mustache. There's like a couple of pictures that are like that.
Disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It cannot be unseen.
The thing that doesn't make sense, especially, is like Sonic is a hedgehog, and hedgehogs do not have fur.
Well, whatever it is,
they have spines, but in the images, it's all like fur, which doesn't make sense.
It looks kind of spiny. It's kind of furry, kind of spiny.
I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna look like he's in a furry costume.
Give the people what they want. I mean, they know their fucking fandom. You know, Sonic fans will go if the characters are.
Doesn't Sega publish like Sonic porn to begin with?
Do they
publish themselves?
Actually, maybe not publish, but they like put money into like stuff like that. I think.
I feel like I actually have heard that.
Yeah,
I vaguely recall somebody saying that.
Maybe maybe there's like a licensing deal, because if people are making it and they're like, "Hey, we want some of that money."
Oh, it might be that actually.
Yeah.
Can you blame him, man? That's a fucking gold mine.
Yeah, exactly.
So, friend of the show, Mumkey Jones, YouTube sensation, had his channel pulled this week.
Both of his channels. So he had like I think he had more of like a personal channel, and then like his main channel where he did all of his different videos and stuff.
Skits and goofs.
They both got pulled.
Man. And they didn't really say why. As far as I understand, it was like maybe something with the algorithm.
Well, on Twitter, he added at Team YouTube, which I guess is YouTube's customer service account, which is stupid.
Oh.
And they said one of his videos was hate speech. Doesn't make a lot of sense. He's a comedian. It
was satire on people who would think that way, if I recall.
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of videos. He started off, I think, doing those like top 10 anime reviews of things that like aren't anime. You know, he started off doing that type of stuff. Had developed a weird obsession with Elliot Rodger. I think it had something to do with that, and just nonstop made fun of the guy, because you know he talked about it a little on our show when he was on, but he's just like, he's the most pathetic person. Like, oh, girls won't fuck me, so I'll shoot people up. Like, It was an actively, like, I'm making fun of this guy very hard. And I guess there was, like, false flagging that happened or something like that. And after so many strikes on YouTube, YouTube just takes the channel down.
And man, didn't he just hit, like, how many subscribers? Like 200,000?
200 or 300,000.
Yeah, man, that's a fucking blow, dude. Like, I don't know, Dave. I don't want to say YouTuber, but I'll say you're a YouTube guy.
Yeah. That's
like, I mean, doesn't the platform just seem so flimsy at this point?
Yeah, like I've never had a problem with it, mostly because like the videos I don't even swear in my videos, so like I don't have any like problems with YouTube, but there's so many people that like it's just so unstable. YouTube, like you can get demonetized so easily because they're shutting down channels, and it's like why? for like
it sucks, man. It seems like you could at least at some point in time have earned a living on this and not have to worry so much, and now it's like shit's being taken down for no fucking reason and being demonetized for no reason.
God.
And like you said, like if you are making a living off of it, like let's say, I don't know, whatever, if you're making $30,000 a year, let's just be conservative with it, not like the Logan Paul people who are Logan Paul. I can't not hear that when I bring them up. But like, let's not say like $34 million a year or whatever the fuck, but like, let's say you're making $30,000 and it's like, oh, I'm making enough money off YouTube. I can quit my job. I can like start a Patreon. I can do all this shit. And then like they just take down your channel for no reason. And there's nothing anybody can do about it because these companies are not accountable to anybody. And there's no competition at all. Like there's who's going to take down YouTube? Vimeo. Alex Jones went to Vimeo and they just went, oh, fuck you, and they just got rid of him because Vimeo like doesn't make, like, I don't think they do videos like that.
Yeah, it's more for
artsy,
portfolio work and
type
stuff
bullshit,
along those lines. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just sucks. Sad.
Yeah, YouTube needs a competitor. That's all.
Absolutely.
They need a competitor, or someone needs to.
So if you're not fucking Jimmy Kimmel,
intervene. Yeah, exactly. Someone needs to like break Google up or something like that, and it's not going to fucking happen.
No.
Because I think I brought it in as a 2 minutes of hate, or maybe we talked about it when we talked about other YouTube stuff, but just the fact that like they have these like this weird non-compete attitude with other forms of traditional media, where the entire phenomenon of YouTube and how it got popular was like people would just make things and it'd just be like, look at this weird thing I found on the internet. Like, it's called YouTube. It's supposed to be user created content that like creates these trends and stuff like that.
Time
like,
Person of the Year. You.
Fuck. Like I was watching Justin Wang's video on the 2 Girls 1 Cup. The 2 Girls 1 Cup video that, you know, made its rounds.
That's what I walked in and watched. She's watching 2 Girls 1 Cup.
No, he was doing his analysis of like the history of 2 Girls 1 Cup, and like the fact that the reaction videos to 2 Girls 1 Cup like went enormously viral, you know, and it's like, that's not a thing that's going to happen on like ABC, you know, but there were a lot of famous people that would like force people to watch this disgusting video, and you'd watch reactions of it because it's funny, you know?
Right.
And it's like, that's what created like the internet as we know it. And now it's just like Jimmy Kimmel videos.
Carpool karaoke.
Like all of these traditional media channels are infiltrating the one thing and taking from us gamers what created our culture.
Yeah.
They're appropriating it. And it's just like, there's nothing anybody without $1 billion of fucking industry money backing them, there's nothing anybody can do because there's no fail safe.
Yeah, we're kind of like, it's like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We really, I don't know. I feel like we're all partially responsible in a way, but at the same time, I don't know. It was just so fun in the beginning, you know? I mean, YouTube was awesome.
It was.
Yeah, there was a lot of, you know, really awesome shit, you know?
Yeah, animators and stuff had their, like, they could actually make money off of YouTube at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking with a friend about that recently, where now that YouTube is sort of rigged where to make any money off of it, you have to put out consistent content. And if you're an animator, that takes time. You can't do that.
Yeah. Also, it's based off of how long the videos are, like the minutes watched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't help either. Like,
oh, man.
Because animators,
you got a big studio backing you.
Yeah.
What was that, Dave?
Like, most like animated videos are like 3 to 4 minutes long because it takes forever to make.
Yeah.
So when it was only based on views before, like how much money you make. So those videos did really well, like Ego Raptors videos and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Was like he made a lot of money off of YouTube. So it's like,
and it's like,
God.
Can you blame him for going to streaming instead?
Yeah.
Think about how much easier that is to make money off of.
That seems to be like what a lot of people are doing, especially after the adpocalypse fiasco, where it was just, again, traditional media came in and said like, hey, we're not advertising on your platform anymore because PewDiePie said the N-word, and people are like, hey, you know, there's like bad stuff on regular TV, right? It's not that different. Like it's a lot of similar content, and you're just pulling money from this because you don't like it, you know, and I know that's like borderline conspiracy-ish, but it's just like they want control over the platform so that they can shove carpool karaoke down. There's no doubt in my mind that there's something behind that's like fueling this. And anything like we were talking about before the show started, when Family Guy like stole content from people, and then the people who created the content got like copyright strikes. Family Guy's not going to get a copyright strike,
right?
Ever, even though they're in violation of copyright law.
They're afraid of Stewie. Oh man.
So I don't know. Mumkey created a new channel. he seemed fairly bummed out about it, but I think he's already got 5 or 10,000 subscribers. It like, I don't know if you saw the video where he was talking about like, he was helping someone out of a domestic violence situation. It was, I've never seen him like serious and somber before. And it was like a really fucked up situation, but he did like the right thing in the situation. It sucks to see him like go through that and then like get his income erased sort of thing all within the same month. So I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah, it's like even whatever money that we make off Patreon is like super helpful.
Yeah.
And to even think about that being taken away would be like, well, there goes a chunk of my income.
Yeah, there goes like rent money, you know?
Yeah. So
not much, but it helps, you know?
Well, yeah, we love you. So what's the punishment here, man? We got to punish YouTube.
We got to punish YouTube, and we got to punish Mumkey Jones because he pissed people off enough. Apparently, he made jokes. He did the crime of making a joke.
Well, YouTube is just a syndicated TV channel. Just
I think
The Office.
Just The Office clips, Office reruns. I mean, I think that I don't think it's going to happen, but. I mean, all of these big tech companies are essentially like monopolies, and there's going to have to be some sort of, they break the monopolies up. People have talked about like maybe people who use the platform need to unionize. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that that's a viable option, but I don't know what the option is because, you know, every time someone gets pulled from a platform for doing something that basically everyone else does, whether it's creating jokes or just doing whatever the fuck they do, it's an issue, you know?
I got a punishment.
Yeah.
The only monetized videos on YouTube from now on are Family Guy funny moments compilations. So if you want to make big bucks, get those clips. Herbert the Pervert, best moments, top 10.
That's great.
Extended 10-hour extended
for 10 hours. Yes.
Yeah, baby. How are we doing on time, Grant?
We're at an hour.
Okay. I don't really have anything else I want to...
Yeah, Baby It's Cold Outside is back in the news. People are talking about this again.
Oh, well, it is winter, and it is...
People can't get over it. Dave, do you know the whole Baby It's Cold Outside fucking an argument that everyone gets into every year online?
No, I have no idea what this is.
So it's a really bad song from like a movie in like the 60s.
Okay.
And people think that there's these undertones of like rape, that it's sung in like a duet, and this guy's like, oh, but baby, it's cold outside, and she's like, yeah, but I gotta go home, and he's like, yeah, but it's cold outside, and she's like, yeah, but I really gotta leave. And
I mean, it is creepy.
It's cold outside.
It is weird.
Yeah,
but we talked about it like last year around the same time.
Oh god,
where people said something along the lines of it had to do with the woman taking power over her own sexual agency in like a repressive culture where women aren't supposed to have sex or whatever the fuck people think back then or whatever. So it was like a display of that, which didn't age that well, like Kevin Hart's jokes.
Yeah,
not that they're all that funny to begin with, but
I don't know, man. They're pretty funny.
It's getting recycled. It's like if you go use like a public water fountain that's next to a bathroom and like you press the button and the water comes out kind of yellow, and you're like, oh, wait, what's going on with this? And you're like, that's like what this feels like to me.
The fuck are you talking about?
What is that?
That's a glory hole, not a water fountain.
What?
Somebody's peeing on you.
No, not on you. Like you turn on the water fountain.
They're trying to pee on you.
Urine is coming out because they like messed up the pipeline. This is how the Baby It's Cold Outside feels to me. Like you're drinking the same piss that just came from probably you.
All right. I'll just nod and agree with you on this one.
Dave can back me up, right, Dave?
yeah, sure. Sounds good.
So we gotta punish someone here. Who's to punish? The baby?
Yeah.
No.
Abort that baby.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Baby, it's cold outside. Stay in there. We'll get you out.
Fuck. We're gonna get banned from YouTube.
Whatever.
For this dark comedy. Ooh.
We get what YouTube is not our main shtick. So, hey, let's move on here. Key to the City. It's with a heavy heart. I award this week's Key to the City to Roger, the jacked kangaroo, who has passed away. If you Google him, want to pull up a picture of him?
Sure.
Roger, the jacked kangaroo.
So it's a kangaroo who's on steroids?
He's just really hot, you know. He's very sexy. Look at him.
Oh,
he's on roids.
He's very.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He's.
I think he was famous for boxing somebody too. I think that's kind of where this comes from. You know, the boxing kangaroo thing.
Oh.
That's like animal abuse.
He's not really on steroids, man.
Yeah, he is.
You
can see the needle marks on his arm.
Nah, man, he was benching eucalyptus branches. He's fucking.
I'm just saying that size isn't natural. He didn't get that just from, what, protein supplements? Come on.
He's passed.
I mean, weird flex, right? But okay.
Yeah, that is a weird flex.
Yeah, right here.
The fuck, dude?
He's got veins.
He's so jacked, he's on all fours.
It's a big
So he
guy.
died?
He passed, yeah. So we're dedicating this episode to Roger.
Well, a lot of people who take steroids get like heart issues and stuff like that. So it takes a couple of years off your life. You know, it's the risk you take when you're an athlete like this.
I don't know the life expectancy of a kangaroo. I don't know how long they're supposed to live. If I had to guess, 30.
So Roger was 12. It seems like.
Oh,
he was 12?
Yeah.
This is sad.
Wow.
Yeah. He's young. Maybe.
What happened? Yeah, I have no idea.
Overdose, maybe. Maybe it was like something like that.
Overdosed on Fostas. That's my Australian accent. I was a Boston guy.
Kangaroos can live up to 8 to 12 years in the wild and 20 years in captivity. So,
All right.
if you listen to this show to learn something, there you go. There's your nugget of information.
And we don't have a word of the week this week, do we?
No, does SephirothSword57 have a word you can teach us?
Any Japanese you'd like to...
Nico in the chat says she speaks Japanese, but SephirothSword57 is Japanese. Okay, so that's...
And this week's Thought Cops word of the week is... Well, I'll let Dave or SephirothSword57 tell us. If you could tell us a little bit, like we had him on last time, tell us a little bit of Japanese. If you could give us a Japanese word of the week.
Onani.
And what's that mean, Seth?
That means like masturbating, I guess.
Oh my! So to kind of some anime boobies, if I may say so.
That's a little naughty, but that's a little bit too personal, but that's fine.
He doesn't swear on his channel or Coplo. This poor innocent young man. You're forcing him to say this garbage.
Oh man.
Unbelievable.
Thank you, Seth. We do appreciate that. I know it was a little bit out of your comfort zone.
It's okay.
All right, let's get to some voicemails.
Yeah. Do you want to do your final plug? Where can we find all your stuff online, Dave?
Oh yeah. I have everything I have is Davepretendo. So Twitter, Twitch,
except for YouTube.
Still your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel called Davepretendo, but the main one is SephirothSword57.
Cool.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
And we'll link to that in the episode description as well. So check that out. Give him a follow.
Cool.
And thanks again for coming on the show. Let's get to some listener voicemails.
Let's start with the one that's titled Kevin Hart.
It was like, fuck.
Hello.
Hey, Kevin Hart thing has pissed me off. Like, I'm not really a fan of his comedy.
Yeah.
But, like, force him to make an apology after a fucking 10-year joke. After a joke in general, it just pisses me off. It sets a bad precedence for fucking comedians.
For fucking comedians? I like where this is going.
Making offensive jokes all the fucking time. Gay, fucking, there's like at least 2 of them that have done blackface. I don't know, and I don't want any of them to fucking apologize for any of them. I don't know. I've been called a faggot all the time since I was in the Navy, and I have had no problem with it. Not that it has to do anything, but like...
What the fuck?
I'm sick of people being sensitive about shit that doesn't matter. It's fucking annoying. Just the fact that he apologized is really upsetting too. Because, like, I imagine you guys are comedians.
Did he, though?
You guys put yourself out there all the time. And then people telling you that you should have to apologize for a joke is fucking stupid. I don't know. Sorry I'm drunk, and I'm sorry if I'm worse. Have a good one.
Thanks for the voicemail.
I did have somebody threaten to drag me into the street and beat me after an open mic recently, so... Whatever.
I was going to ask if this was a joke. At first, so it was a little.
He's just a little sleepy.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, I mean, there's so I feel like I'm repeating myself so much when I've said like all of these defenses of things. But like, one, there is an aspect to comedy that like when you say something shocking, sometimes it's just like funny to laugh. Sometimes you laugh because things are uncomfortable.
Absolutely,
shock humor.
Yeah, and like. When people know that and you're a stand-up comedian, like you're going to capitalize on it, because if you can say something to make someone feel a certain way that elicits the response that you want them to do, which is how you make your money, you're going to do that because that's how you make your money. It doesn't mean that they necessarily always believe it. And I don't know anything about whether Kevin Hart is or isn't like homophobic. I think that's like beyond the point, you know? Like, maybe he is, but like to just assume that he's said things, you know, in the past and to like put that onus on him for like having said something is just like, if, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio said the N-word in the Django Unchained movie, do we think that he's a racist because of it? He said the N-word in a movie. That's his art form. He's an actor.
I think some people think that Tarantino's racist.
He definitely is. Have you seen him talk to black people? It's hilarious.
No.
Because
he changes the way he talks.
What the fuck?
Like he starts using slang.
Well, there we go.
He uses ebonics around black people. But only around them.
All right, well, he's a weirdo. Next voicemail,
but
please.
Like, you know, just to finish up that thought, like, they don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is racist for just doing what his job tells him to do. But like, if you write that scene, or if you write a joke with like that word or that sort of like feeling or whatever, like, it's like, oh, he obviously believes this. And it's like, it doesn't make sense because you're a performer that's putting on an act.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
It's all he needed to hear.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Speaking of movies, I guess this is one that someone sent in.
Hey, Thought Cops, IO Netrunner here with 2 minutes of hate.
Hey.
This week I'm bringing you theater etiquette, or the lack thereof. I just got back from seeing Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Very good movie.
Oh,
but
cool.
somebody brought, like maybe a 2 or 3 year old, just screaming and crying and yelling. And everybody's just fine with it, apparently, because you can't fucking yell at a baby. I'd yell at a baby, but then they'd all yell at me. I want to yell at. And then the guy next to me, this guy. First off, he comes in and he's like, hey, can you switch me seats? Because my friends bought the 2 seats on the other side of you. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Not a big deal. But then he checks his phone 3 times during the actual movie. I was so close to just, between the kid yelling and him checking the phone, I just wanted to get up and yell at everyone and tell them all to fuck themselves. But I didn't, because I like going to the movies. All right, that's all. Thanks, guys. Bye.
I like going to the movies too. Yeah. But I only like certain theaters because a lot of these like more public theaters, I have constant problems. I've had somebody threaten to kill me at a movie theater before.
This seems to be a thing with you in particular. People like threatening to kill you.
I know. Ironically enough, it was when I saw Django Unchained when that came out. So anyway,
we're using a lot of like slang and stuff because of the crowd that was.
No, it was a white guy, and it's a long story.
I remember that story.
Yeah. I'll whatever. Anyway, so it depends on the movie theater you go to. Here in Chicago, we are lucky enough to have some finer
boutique-y,
like music box theater here in Chicago. If you're ever in the area, check it out, because if you go on your phone there, or if you're talking during the movie, everybody will turn on you.
Good.
And you will, exactly. You will be shamed out of existence. So, but unfortunately, not a lot of movies always come to those kind of theaters, and not everybody has access to them.
Yeah.
And I've had this problem a lot, where people are talking, having a conversation about a party they're going to after the movie, during the movie, at full volume. It's like, and then you kind of go shh, and then they both look at you like you
did something
like
bad.
It's like, are we living in a fucking clown world?
I mean, Donald Trump is president, so.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think we're just I think we're just like getting closer and closer to everyone just wearing like a VR headset at all times, because like the public is intolerable. Like everyone's going to go into a theater, put on a pair of like noise canceling headphones, slide down like the VR headset over their eyes, so they're in like a bubble, and they're all just going to like be in a virtual movie theater, but with everybody else, but like apart from everybody else. And then the virtual theater is going to have like a bunch of virtual people in the theater that are also talking, and you're never going to get away from it.
The authentic experience. Jesus Christ.
God.
Oh, fuck.
So let's go on to the next one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, let's do the one that's titled PewDiePie.
Oh, perfect.
Sounds good.
Hey, Sock Cops. What's with all these fucking people talking about describing PewDiePie? When did it be socially acceptable to like PewDiePie? Newsflash,
Shut the fuck
sucks
up.
And is gay, and worst of all, he's Swedish.
I see.
Oh, bad timing. Dave, you're close friends with the man.
Yeah.
Care to defend him?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. He said the bad word at some point.
Yeah.
He said the bad word, and that's it.
Did he learn? I don't know.
I think he did. But
man, personal attack there.
Yeah. Do you care to go after her for that blatant racism?
Yeah, that's fucking racist. Think of what you're doing.
You're never going to be allowed to host the Oscars.
A complete Nihonbo.
Yeah. But no, I kind of agree. Worst of it's kind of bad being Swedish. No, so it's I can see.
All right,
we're racist here, so it's fine.
I think it's just like built in people's DNA is just like, oh, this person looks different than me. Fuck them.
What the fuck?
I'm not saying that I think that. I think that that's just like the human condition.
All right.
I'm not saying that's my human condition. I just think like anytime people are like, I don't want to go to America, it's racist. It's like, yeah, your country's racist too. Like every country's racist.
It's true.
Doesn't mean that everyone is racist, but like most people in most countries like just hate everyone in every other country.
Not me, dude. I love, as long as you're a gamer.
Oh,
you're on my squad. You're in my raid clan.
That's
whatever the hell.
That is cool. That's epic.
Sorry, I sound like a fake gamer, but I promise I'm not.
That is epic. Okay, we got one more voicemail.
Yeah, Riley says he's done being a gamer after that.
So that was it.
Okay.
What was that?
I don't know.
Someone
left it.
Do that on accident, or?
Yeah.
Huh.
So you can leave all of your accidental voicemails at 312-788-7361. Give us a call.
Please leave us a good one. None of that garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Dave, thanks again for coming on the show. This has been another episode of Thought Cops. We'll see you next week. Again, you can subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/thoughtcops, twitch.tv/thoughtcops, Twitter at RealThoughtCops. See you there.
Have a good night, evening, morning, or day.